Adam's applesauce was the essential taste of my childhood, but nostalgia is always bittersweet. I suppose we each have that memory, that one thing which reminds us of our childhood, our innocence. Perhaps it's a beloved campsite, or playing baseball mid-July with your dad, or the sweetness of your grandma's cherry pie. For me, that thing was Adam's applesauce. Every year, as far back as I can remember, my hometown held an end-of-summer harvest festival. There were games to play, music to enjoy and homemade goods to buy. One of those goods was Adam's applesauce. Crafted by one guy, it was sold in little glass jars with a label on which a comically long pig ate fruit from a wicker basket. Quantities were always very limited and people would line up at dawn just to purchase some. This included my parents, and in the evening, after we'd returned home, we would open the jar and eat the whole delicious sauce, on bread, on crackers or just with a spoon. It was that good. The guy who made it was young, handsome and friendly, although no one really knew all that much about him. He was from out of town, he'd say. He drove in just to sell his sauce. Then he'd smile his boyish smile and we'd buy up all his little jars. When I was 23, he stopped coming to the Harvest Festival. Maybe that's why I associate his sauce with my childhood so much. Mind you, there were still plenty of homemade goodies to buy, tastier than anything you might buy at the store, but nothing that compared to the exquisite taste and texture of Adam's applesauce. 3 years ago, my dad died. When I was arranging the funeral, I went to a local funeral home, and to my great surprise saw, working there, the guy, now much older, of course, who'd made Adam's applesauce. "Adam!" I called out. He didn't react. I tried again. "Adam, hello." This time he turned to look at me, smiled and I walked over to him. I explained how I knew him from my youth, my hometown, the Harvest Festival, and he confirmed that had been him. "How long have you been working here?" I asked. "Ever since I was a boy," he said. "Do you still make the sauce?" I asked, hoping I could once again taste the innocence of childhood. "No," he said. "Although I guess I could make you a one-off jar, if you like. Especially given the death of your father. My condolences, by the way." "I would very much appreciate that," I said. He smiled. "Thank you, Adam." "You're most welcome," he said. "But, just so you know, my name isn't Adam. It's Rick." "Rick?" I thought about the sauce, the label on the jars with the pig and the 3 words, Adam's applesauce. "Then who's Adam?" I asked. He cleared his throat. "And I?" I felt the sudden need to vomit, followed by the loud and forceful satisfaction of that need, all over the floor. "Still want that jar?" he asked. https://www.reddit.com/r/Norman Crane